If you have really stiff hips and trying to do the butterfly stretch so you can get some hip abduction and external rotation feels like you're trying to break into a bank vault, or the opposite motion, adduction and internal rotation, feels like you're jamming into steel or adamantium if you're Wolverine, then today's follow along stretch session is going to help you out big time. So this is a follow along stretch session that I've just added to my comprehensive Healthy Hips program, and I'm sharing it here with you on YouTube for free. This hip flexibility workout doesn't require any special equipment, and it's suitable for beginners. You can do this up against a wall, easy peasy lemon squeezy, and it's gonna help you free your hips so that you can actually achieve things that you thought were impossible for your hips. I wonder if I can kiss my feet. Oh yeah, I think this is gonna get gross. The Healthy Hips program has more than 70 follow-along workout videos to help you improve the strength and flexibility of your hips, no matter how old you are and no matter what you're starting from. So I encourage you to check it out at uprighthealth.com/HH. And now, without further ado, let's get stretching your hips. Before we get started loosening your hips, let me know why you're thinking about your hip mobility. Drop me a comment down below. And now let's get set. Lie down on the floor like this with your feet on the wall. You can have your butt further from the wall or closer to the wall. Find what feels like a good challenge for you. You can also have your feet higher or lower on the wall. Again, find what feels right for you. You're going to be prying your knees apart here. And we're going to go ahead and just relax here using the weight of your hands to bring your knees closer to the floor as your feet roll onto their sides on the wall. Keep your breathing calm. Make sure you're not in such an intense stretch that you can't breathe. At some point, you should play with contractions as I'm doing here. I'm using my hands to resist my knees as they try to lift up towards the ceiling. And then I relax that contraction and then pry my knees further apart and down towards the floor. So we're using those inner thigh muscles in their most lengthened position against resistance from the hands. Start off with contractions of 3 to 5 seconds, and as you get familiar with this technique, you can absolutely go longer. Over time, you want to get your butt closer and closer to the wall, but don't rush that process. Take your time with relaxed breathing, and at least once a week, use contractions to get those muscles used to firing and working in these lengthened positions. Great job. Now slowly bring your legs back together, and we're going to move into the next stretch. This stretch is similar to the first one, but we're going to keep our feet together on the wall. I'm going to move my butt in closer to get more of a stretch, but you do not have to do that. Find the distance from the wall that feels doable, that feels like you can still breathe and get a proper stretch in your inner thigh muscles. So we're just going to find that distance. Hands are going to the knees, and you're going to be prying the knees apart just like we were earlier. So let's go ahead and get started. Hands providing some gentle, consistent pressure on the knees. You want to be able to breathe in a relaxed way. So if you feel like you're holding your breath because it's too intense, then back off on the pressure. Maybe move your butt further away from the wall so that you can feel the stretch in the inner thighs in a way that doesn't make you hold your breath. You can also play with the height of your feet. Having them a little higher on the wall or a little lower will change the stretch, so explore that. At some point, you will want to use contractions in this position, and that works the same way as it did in the previous exercise. Your hands provide resistance. You're trying to bring your knees together or away from the wall. You hold that for 3 to 5 seconds to start, and over time you can do longer contractions. When you relax, your hands will push your knees
further apart. Nice job. Go ahead and ease your way slowly out of that stretch.
Hey, just a quick interruption. If you are enjoying this stretch session and you want this session without any commercial interruptions whatsoever, then be sure to check out the Healthy Hips program. It has this stretch session as well as many others. It's got over 70 follow-along workout videos to help you with your hip mobility. So if you're trying to rebuild your hips at home, be sure to check out the Healthy Hips program at uprighthealth.com/HH. Okay, let's get back into it.
We're going to be working on adduction and internal rotation now. So if you're in tight to the wall, you will likely need to slide away a little bit. We're going to be taking a hand across the opposite knee and pulling that knee across the midline, thinking about keeping the hip down. We can also take the other leg and cross it over the thigh to help leverage the leg into that stretch. You should feel it in the back of your hip. As with all the stretches, you want to maintain some calm breathing. You want to feel the stretch in the back of the hip as you pressure the thigh in. Your foot's going to roll in towards the arch. Never push it so hard or so far that you feel pressure in the knee. It should stay in the hip. Think about keeping your hip down on the ground. Even if it comes up a little bit, that intention will help you aim the stretch to the back of the hip. You can also use contractions by trying to push the knee back out to its start position against your hand or against your leg if you have it crossed over, starting with contractions of 3 to 5 seconds. And when you relax, you just try to gently go a little bit deeper into the range if it's available. As you get better at this, you can of course do longer contractions. Don't be afraid to play around with the angle of your knee or the position of your foot on the wall or how far over you pull your knee across the midline. All of these variables will help you find stuck positions, and it will make your mobility a lot better as you unlock each of these different permutations. Nice job. Go ahead and take a rest, unwind. And we're going to get ready for the other side. So again, using a hand or crossing your leg over to pull it into more internal rotation and adduction, whatever feels good for you. Now that you're in position, let's get started. Nice calm breathing. Have the intent of anchoring your hip to the ground as you pull the thigh and the knee across the midline. Even if you don't succeed at keeping the hip down, have that intention, and it's going to help you stretch out that posterior hip. And you might notice the different foot position. I'm just playing around with different ways to get the stability I need to feel a stretch in the right place. And don't forget, you can use contractions, firing the muscles of the hip to push into your leg or into your hand for 3 to 5 seconds to start, and going for longer holds when you feel capable. Nice job. Go ahead and gently and slowly relax out of that position. Let your hips recover a little bit. And then let's get ready for the next exercise. So you're going to have your feet around, shoulder width apart. You can play around with your foot position. You're going to be bringing the knee in towards the midline actively. So you're using some of your inner thigh muscles, you're using some of your outer hip muscles to create this internal rotation of the hip. Whichever leg is moving, try to keep that same side hip anchored to the floor, or at least have that intent. You may not succeed fully, but really maintain the intent of keeping the pelvis down as the leg moves to really accentuate the motion of the hip joint itself and not just twisting in the pelvis or the low back. Do your repetitions slowly, carefully, and mindfully. Don't rush any of your motions. You don't want to feel discomfort in the knee. You want to keep your pelvis flat, and you want to discover which muscles need to work together in order to make this clean, smooth, and pain-free. Holding the end position with the knee in towards the midline can be really good for training that end range strength. And finally, don't be afraid to play around with foot position. Having a really wide stance or really narrow stance will really challenge different muscles around the hip joint. Nice job. Go ahead and relax out of that position. And you're done with this session. If you have the time, energy, and motivation, I highly recommend going through this full session a total of 2 times in a row.
Hey, that's it for this stretch session. Let me know how it felt for you by dropping me a comment down below. And if you want an ad-free, interruption-free version of this workout, be sure to check out the Healthy Hips program at uprighthealth.com/HH. It is an extremely comprehensive program to help you rebuild your hips at home. So please check it out if you want your hips to be able to do more fun stuff. And you can also go to my Patreon page at patreon.com/uprighthealth to get a full uninterrupted version of this workout too if you become a paid patron. I appreciate your support. It helps me make videos like this. So if you like this stuff, you might want to support me on Patreon or just buy the program. No matter what, I ask you to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. It really helps me out and it costs you absolutely nothing. As always, I hope you remember that pain sucks, life shouldn't.